In this video, we'll be looking at how to decompose a simplified fraction into partial fractions when we have a quadratic expression in the denominator. Now, if you haven't yet done it, please take this time out to subscribe to the channel. So we want to look at how to decompose 7x plus 11 over x squared plus 4x plus 3 into partial fractions, alright? Now the first thing that we want to look at is the denominator right here, alright? Which is x squared plus 4x plus 3, which is a quadratic expression, alright? So we want to find the factors of this expression right here. Now a key thing to note is that not in all cases will you be able to factor the quadratic expression in the denominator. However, in the future, we'll look at other scenarios that meets that criteria and how do we treat with those scenarios. All right. Now, again, we're going to factor this thing. So we're going to do this. I'm going to take the shortcut. So I'm going to use the AC method. All right. I'm going to use the AC method to factor this thing. All right. Now, according to the AC method, let me rewrite this thing, which is x squared plus 4x plus 3. Now, according to the AC method, we are going to first multiply the a times the c. So we know that x squared, the coefficient of x squared would be 1. We call that coefficient a, we call the coefficient of the x term b, and we call the constant, which is 3c. All right. Now, what we need to do now is to find what AC is. AC gives us a 3. All right. And we need to find out which numbers can we multiply to get 3. That can give us, if we add or subtract those numbers, it can give us our b value right here. All right. So we know that 3 times 1, that gives us the 3. If we should add 3 plus 1, that can give us 4. All right, which is our b value right there. So in other words, we can now split this 4x into 2. All right, so we are going to rewrite it as 3x plus 1x or x. All right, so we are going to split that 4x and rewrite it like this right here. All right, so we will have x squared. Now we are going to split this thing, so we have 3x plus x, all right here, plus 3. All right, and now we are going to group this. So this is what I put in here to replace the 4x. So 3x plus x is the same thing as 4x. All right, so we just rewrite this thing in another form. Now we will end up with x squared plus 3x in one bracket and x plus 3 in the other bracket. All right, now we can factor out x out of this thing. If factor out x, we'll be left with x plus 3. We can factor out 1 out of this thing and we'll be left with x plus 3. All right, so we have common brackets right here, which is always important to let us know that we're on the right track. All right, now we are going to put the outside terms in one bracket. So we have x plus 1 in one bracket and we'll have the x plus 3 in another bracket. So in other words, we can rewrite x squared plus 4x plus 3 as x plus 1 in one bracket and x plus 3 in the other bracket. All right, same thing. So x plus 1 in one bracket, x plus 3 in the other bracket are the factors of x squared plus 4x plus 3. All right, so we are going to do that now. So we are going to rewrite that thing. So we'll end up with 7x plus 11 over, we have x plus 1, one bracket, x plus 3 in the other bracket. All right, so we are going to let 7x plus 11 over x plus 1 in one bracket, x plus 3 in the other bracket be equal to a over x plus 1 plus b over x plus 3. All right, And if you have already watched the previous video that I did on partial fractions, then you'll know how to treat with something like this. Alright, so what we're going to do now, we want to have common denominators throughout this entire equation. So to do so, let's write what's on the left hand side first. So we have plus 1 here, x plus 3. So we just rewrote this thing. Alright, now if I want to make this thing have the same denominator as this over there, when we look at this thing, we have the x plus 1, but we don't have the x plus 3. Alright, but if I'm going to multiply the denominator by x plus 3, then I need to do the same thing in the numerator. Alright, so I multiply the numerator by x plus 3, and I multiply the denominator by x plus 3 also. The same thing goes for this one. Here I have the x plus 3, but I don't have the x plus 1, so I need to multiply both top and bottom by x plus 1. Alright, and by doing that, I've obtained common denominators throughout this thing. Alright, now because we have common denominators throughout, we can just simply equate the numerators. Alright, because if we should multiply this entire equation by the denominator, then all the denominators would be cancelled anyways. So we can just equate the numerators. So we have 7x plus 11 is equal to a times x plus 3 in bracket plus b times x plus 1 in bracket. Alright, so again, we want to get rid of either the a or the b. It doesn't really matter which one we choose to get rid of first. Alright, so let's work with the a first. Alright, since it's closer right here. So to get rid of this a, I need to add, what can I add to positive 3 to get rid of a? Alright, that would be negative 3, because negative 3 plus 3, that's 0. Alright, and 0 times a, then that will get rid of the a. Alright, so I'm going to let x be equal to negative 3. So here I'll end up with 7 times negative 3 plus 11. So wherever I have x, I'm going to replace that with negative 3 throughout this entire thing. Here I'll have negative 3 plus b, and again negative 3 plus 1. Alright, and now we want to simplify this thing. Negative 3 times 7 rather, that's negative 21 plus 1 plus 11 rather, is equal to a in bracket here we have negative 3 plus 3, that's 0. 0 times a, then that a would go away. Alright, so we'll get rid of the a right there. And here we have b in bracket, we have negative 3 plus 1, that's negative 2. Negative 2 times b, that's negative 2b. Alright, and we can now simplify this thing. Negative 21 plus 11, that's negative 10, is equal to negative 2b. Alright, and we can divide both sides by negative 2, and that would give us b is equal to positive 5. Alright, so our b value is positive 5. Alright, so that's how we get our b value. Now we want to look at how to get our a value. Alright, so that means we need to get rid of the b. And again, remember, this is what we are working with. So again, you could highlight this thing if you so choose to. Alright, so that's what we're working with. So I want to let x be equal to negative 1, because I know if I add negative 1 to 1, then I get 0 over there. Alright, so now I can go on and say 7, wherever I have x, I replace the x with negative 1 plus 11 is equal to a. Here I'll have negative 1 plus 3 plus b. Again, x is negative 1 plus 1. Alright, 7 times negative 1, that gives me a negative 7 plus 11 is equal to negative 1 plus 3, that's positive 2. So we'll end up with positive 2a. Negative 1 plus 1, that's 0. 0 times b, then those things would go away. Alright, 0 times b, that would get rid of the b right there. Alright, so we'll be left with negative 7 plus 11, and that's a positive 4 is equal to 2a. Alright, and we can now divide both sides by 2, and that would give me a is equal to 2. Alright, so my a value is 2. Now that we know our a and our b value, we can set this thing up. So remember what we started off with. So we'll let 7x plus 11 over x plus 1 in bracket, x plus 3 in bracket was equal to a over x plus 1 plus b over x plus 3. So we can end by saying 7x plus 11 over x plus 1 in bracket, x plus 3 in bracket is equal to, and we'll replace this a with the value that we got for a over x plus 1 plus the value that we got for b over x plus 3. All right, so that's how you will end this. So I'm going to put it over here a little bit so you can see it. Put it right here. All right, so we can say therefore 7x plus 11. All right, so ensure you're seeing this. So I'm going to, so the only thing will be changed, I'm just going to replace the a and the b with the values that we got for both of those things. All right, so we have 7x plus 11 over x plus 1, x plus 3 would be equal to our a value, we got 2 over x plus 1, all right, plus b, our b value was 5 over x plus 3. All right, and that's how we go about decomposing 7x plus 11 over x squared plus 4x plus 3 into partial fractions. All right, now if you watch this video to the end, please subscribe to the channel and share